This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at SVVR 2015. Huge conference, really happy to be here. To my immediate right is Josh Farkas, CEO of Cubicle Ninjas, or the head ninja, if you will. Tell us, Josh, what does Cubicle Ninjas do?
So we're a design and development agency. So the short way to put it is we help nice people build really cool stuff. And so that means everything from brands, logos, videos, motion, websites, apps, everything in between. And about a year ago, we started branching into the VR space.
Now, remind me, how long have you been around?
We've been around 7 years now.
And how many people are on your team?
We're about 30 strong, so lots of little ninjas now.
I mean, this is like, we've been doing some work with Cubicle Ninjas, very creative team. Amazing stuff coming out of your agency.
So
but you go beyond being a marketing firm. Yeah. You're also, I take it, doing virtual reality stuff directly as well.
We're doing a ton of VR, we're actually doing a ton in the VR space. And so, we're exploring both products ourselves. We have a product called Guided Meditation VR, and that's kind of a relaxation app. We have one called Ramble, which is like a travel, tourism / education app. But we're also doing stuff for customers. So, if we're working with a beer company right now and making a beer VR related app, and that's fun. So it's cool to help them, internal marketing organizations, understand how VR can change the game for their business.
Well, how can VR change the game for their business from a marketing point of view?
Well, one of the challenges with marketing is that it's always kind of telling people what they should be doing or thinking about. And with a VR experience, you can actually have someone experience it and go through that and learn about it firsthand in their own way. And so, if I'm kind of talking about a car, it's one thing to see a picture, and it's another to drive down, the coast of a beautiful highway and see what that is like firsthand. So.
Do you see this as I know it's marketing, so it's kind of a pre-sales effort.
Very much.
Do you see this as customizing demonstrations for people before they buy the products? What kind of things have you done?
Yeah, so we've explored a lot in, there's real estate. Real estate space is a big one, kind of exploring.
Closer to this right here.
Yeah. Real estate space is a really big one. So actually building property before it exists and having people tour it. And so kind of those types of demos. We've actually built simulators for kind of almost like nonprofit sort of discussions. And so what happens if you text and you car crash, right? And go through that experience versus kind of just hearing about it is another one that, we've created. We've built showrooms, virtual showrooms, so you can actually see goods in virtual spaces. And even that kind of advertising trade show end, we're seeing the biggest adoption right now in trade shows. And in terms of when someone has a VR experience, the average line can be 30 to 45 minutes. And just imagine, when was the last time you went to a trade show and you were excited about getting something from that? Who needs a little tchotchke when you can actually get a cool experience that you'll remember for the rest of your life?
So how and why did you take a direct interest in virtual reality? Because it's a big move for an ad agency to develop such a focus.
Honest answer is we're driven by creative. So, we're always exploring new ideas and trying to figure out what may be that new curve. And we tried augmented reality, and we will try the 3D printing. We think they're awesome, but we just don't think they're maybe there yet. For VR, it was a game changer. It was conversion on contact, and we really kind of saw it as this is the place where we want to be. So we kind of reorged in a lot of ways to focus on this in the future. And, I'm so excited. I think, even if VR doesn't succeed to the level that everybody wants it to in terms of being the next mobile, I think it's going to be a game changer in education and healthcare, architecture alone, at this pass, let alone millions of things that I can't even think about right now in the years to come. So.
Now, you have relaxation software. What do you call it?
It's Guided Meditation VR.
Guided Meditation VR.
Literal. Yes, we're little with that one. So
how did this come to be?
It really actually just came from the fact that we were overworked. We're always creating crazy stuff, and
necessity is the mother of invention. Yes,
it is. Yeah. So we after working 80-hour weeks for a long time, we built a couple actual demos when we were originally playing around, and we built these to showcase the customers to say these are the different use cases that you can use for VR. And then we kind of went on a roadshow and we shared them. The overwhelming result was almost everybody, when we pulled the item out of our bag, they would say, "Do you have a beach in there?" Haha. And we actually built a beach just to joke with them. So we were like, of course we do. And when they had a chance to try it, they never wanted to leave. And they actually said, are you going to sell this? Because I'd actually pay for money for it. So we continue that. Last year we came to SVVR and we had a chance to demo to many of my heroes and learn more about kind of the industry. And since then we've been growing it as a product. So we're really excited. We're now up to and internally we're up to 25 locations. But by the time we launch, we'll have about 40 to 50 locations and just tons of different types of relaxation content. So you get home from a bad day at work, or maybe you're in the hospital and you need some help. These are the ways VR can help from those perspectives.
So is it readily available as a demo at this point?
It is, yeah. You can go to guidedmeditationvr.com and you'll be able to download the demo. There are 4 different scenes in that demo.
And which hardware does it support?
It supports Oculus Rift DK2 and DK1 as well. Within the next 90 days, we're going to have a Gear VR version, so I'm really excited to kind of get that born and out there as well. So.
Okay, well, this is wonderful, Josh.
Thanks so much.
And by the way, Josh, you're a tremendous contributor to the Immersive Technology Alliance. Maybe you could tell some of the stuff you've done with the ITA so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a joy. Being part of the ITA has really been a pleasure. So we've had a chance to kind of hopefully help on the website end to kind of craft a better website and a better message for folks who are kind of seeing it for the first time. And we've now helped with some of the immersed stuff in terms of building some of the immersed access material. And so the ability for you to kind of join and be part of this kind of really brilliant community, that's something that we've been really happy to be part of on the technology end. So.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Josh.
Oh, my genuine pleasure. Thank you.
This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at SVVR 2015. We will, of course, be back with more. Thank you for watching.